Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, my next guest shouldn't be with us right now. God had other plans. 18 years ago, he almost lost his life to a heart failure, and now he helps other people recognize optimal health. His incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
All right, it says in the Bible that we're not promised tomorrow. The truth is, if you're getting behind the wheel of a car, we're not promised this afternoon. We don't know when God's going to take us home. But my next guest is sure glad that God didn't take him home 18 years ago, because he had some stuff to do on this planet. Dr. Serge Francois is in the studio. He's with Optimal Health and Longevity. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, I want to learn more about your health journey in a second, but let's talk about your company. What's the mission of your company?
Well, the mission, because of my personal history, okay, in my remarkable recovery from severe congestive heart failure 18 years ago, when I was given only 6 months to live, okay, with an ejection fraction of 15%. And I felt that God is using me as a vessel, as a catalyst to make a difference in other people's lives, particularly individuals who are suffering with severe cardiovascular disease, who are totally hopeless and living in fear. Yes. And sometimes in fear of when they go to bed, when they're going to wake up the next day. What I've done, I've established a program, a signature health coaching program to help coach those individuals to let them down the same path, my transformation journey, so they can know and learn that you can turn impossibilities into possibilities.
Amen. Okay, much more from Dr. Francois in a moment. Let's go ahead and show this video.
My name is Dr. Serge Francois, and 17 years ago, I was diagnosed with severe congestive heart failure. I remember the day when the doctor came into my hospital room with a very somber expression in his face, telling me, I've got bad news for you. You're not going to live long. You only have 6 months to live without a heart transplant. Therefore, we're going to have to place you on a heart transplant list. When I heard the news, it was not really a very pleasant news. My ejection fraction was 15-20%. Ejection fraction is the amount of oxygenated blood the left ventricle is pumping to the rest of the body. This is what keeps you alive. Unfortunately, my ejection fraction was 20%. Normal ejection fraction for a healthy individual is 50 to 65%. I was on my deathbed. I was dying. So I decided to embark on a journey to research about regenerative medicine. I traveled practically all over the world. I said, wait a minute, I've got a life to live. I've got small children. I've got a life ahead of me. I know being on the in the medical field, once a person receives a heart transplant, is a death sentence. Don't put him in a heart transplant list. I'm going to determine, with the help of God, to reverse this condition. Okay? At that point, I automatically feel this is a chapter in my life. That's a new chapter in my life. The chapter is closed, a new chapter is open. My ejection fraction gradually increased My heart was severely enlarged. Everything went back to normal. Through traditional medicine, that is not supposed to happen. I didn't allow fear, because whatever you're afraid of, this is exactly what's going to happen. And this is the reason that I want people to share with people all the different methodologies, all the different science, all the different supplements to help to regenerate their health. And so they can learn whatever condition they have, whether it's cardiovascular disease, whether it's diabetes, whether it is a chronic infection, viral infection, what approach they should take to keep their life, to keep their immune system very strong, and also to be able to live a life at optimal health, full of vitality and longevity. When I was on my deathbed, quote unquote my deathbed, I asked God, what is it I'm supposed to learn from this experience? It took me 3.5 years to determine that, what I'm supposed to do is help other people with the same condition. Because by then, my condition was totally reversed. To a point, my heart has begun to function at a level of athleticism. And until today, I'm getting better. Instead of as I'm getting older, now at age 70, I should be experiencing all the age-related diseases. On the contrary, I'm getting stronger and faster with more stamina. I'm the epitome of regenerative medicine. This is why I feel a sense of purpose to share my story with the world.
Life is good.
Well, first of all, congratulations on your health journey. That's an
Well,
incredible.
thank you. Thank you.
They need to make a movie out of you and have some handsome actor play you.
Yeah, of course.
So, you mentioned in that video stem cells, and I think there's a lot of misinformation about stem cells. So, one of the things that you're passionate about is making sure that the quality of the stem cells is there.
Yeah, well, stem cell, when you come regenerative medicine, stem cell is one of the components. Some people think when you talk about regenerative medicine, is stem cell therapy. But there's a lot of things involved in regenerative medicine. You have to go to a lifestyle transformation, okay? Number one, and you have to develop a resilient mindset that is geared toward optimal health, longevity, and vitality.
Yes.
Stem cell is one of the primary treatment I usually recommend to my patient that is solved for advanced condition, but there's so much more that has to be done.
Yes.
For the stem cell to be work very effectively, you have to look at gut health, you have to look at the micronutrients, you have to look at heavy metal toxicity.
Yes.
And you have to work for the body ability, to heal.
Yes.
And so on. But yet again, not all stem cells are created equal.
Yes.
Okay?
So we're going to show his website, and as we scroll down the website, one of the things that you're passionate about is that there's a three-legged stool: resilience, reducing stress, and customizing gut health. Why don't we go through each one of those? So a resilient mindset, what does that mean to you?
Oh, gee. A resilient mindset, to me, before a person, if you deal with any chronic conditions, okay, particularly cardiovascular disease, first of all, I know the fear because I've lived it. When you cannot breathe, when you go to bed at night, hoping that you wake up the next day. For you to me, health, this human body, is a gift from God. Is the gift of life. If you really want to nurture this gift, you have to develop a resilient mindset, a mindset that is geared toward, you have to have a deep sense of faith.
Yes.
And it's not just, blind faith, but you have to act, knowing this body has an inherent ability to heal itself, to take the proper step, to nourish it accordingly, so it can do the job that it was designed to do. This is all these components come together. First, the foundation is to develop that mindset.
Yes. Okay, the second leg of the stool is reducing stress. And I think there's a stress epidemic. I don't know anybody who's not stressed.
Well, to me, it is very simple. Because the first thing, when I was diagnosed, okay, I spent 2 days looking at the ceiling to figure out how is my life is going to be. I felt that
this is a new chapter in my life. If I were an author or a screenwriter writing story or making a movie depicting the story of my life, this is a new chapter. How would I want that chapter to conclude? A positive outcome or a negative outcome? Okay? So then you have to take in the future. If you're 50, how long are you planning on living? Most people want to live to be past 100, but what kind of lifestyle you are living to reach that goal? But once you focus on longevity, whatever happening today,
Yes.
it's going to be so minuscule.
All right, let's talk a little bit about gut health, because you made the point before the show that not all diets are created equal. A diet that works for you may not work for me. So how do you work with your patients to make sure that their gut health is
Well, first, there are very specific tests you can do to test the gut health, because you have 84,000 bacteria in your gut. And there are certain people who have developed food sensitivities. There are certain individuals who have gene mutation. They cannot process certain food. But you love those food, which could be very detrimental to your health. So there are specific tests that can be done to check your gut health, to make sure the food that you are eating is in alignment.
And it can change throughout your life. Something that didn't cause you harm as a child could cause you harm as an adult.
Absolutely. This is the reason that a person, when you gear toward longevity, optimal health, you constantly have to test to see which direction you're going. If you want to reach that goal to live to be 110, 120, because God has created this human body to live up to 120 years of age. But it's the way we abuse our body, the way we process stress, our lifestyle, that shorten our lives. People think when you turn 70, 75, 80 is old age. I'm 70 years old.
You look great, by the way.
I feel like I'm a newborn.
Congratulations.
I'm the second phase of my life. Because the lifestyle I live on a daily basis, that is geared toward optimal health and longevity.
Yes. Well, you have given gifts to countless people with your wisdom and your journey, and there are all these wonderful testimonials on your website. Let's go ahead and roll one now.
Sometimes in life, you stumble upon people that are just the most amazing you've ever met. Serge is one of those. It is so amazing who he is, how he interacts with people, and the knowledge that he has to help people like me get past some very severe heart issues.
We met him about 3 weeks ago, and the journey already has been incredible and has given us so much hope. And we have more optimism than we've had in the last year and a half. And after visiting and seeing so many different doctors and cardiologists and even pursuing a lot of different alternative health things, we just feel so grateful that we've met Dr. Serge and that we're working with him.
And the people that he's introduced us to are amazing. Somehow that word just doesn't say it. Amazing isn't enough. But I trust him implicitly. If he said, Rick, there's a cliff over there, jump off, you'll be able to fly, I would do it. I mean, I have that kind of faith and trust in what he's guided us through so far.
The best is yet to come.
Wow. Well, I can only imagine what it must be like to hear those words. Your patients, your clients are your family, and you gave them new life.
Well, I wouldn't accept a person as a client unless if I strongly feel I can help that person. Okay? And for example, this gentleman is cardiologist. Before he came to see me as a health coach, his cardiologist sent him home, said, go take care of your affairs. And he was totally hopeless.
Wow.
Now it gave me a great deal of chills to hear him saying that, because now he turned hopelessness to hope. Looking into the future rather than being afraid whether he's going to wake up the next day.
Yes. Okay, in the last 2 minutes of the show, I want you to look into the camera on the left and talk to that viewer who knows that they need to reach out to you, because All of us know when our body is fighting us. We know if we're not feeling good, if we're not getting enough sleep, or self-medicating through alcohol or something like that. Talk to that person who's sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Well, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, okay, it's time for you to feel that this gift that God has given you, the gift of life, to take care of this gift. This is the reason that I've created my Health Coach Signature Package for individuals just like you who are suffering. I've been there before. I lived to the pain, to the fear, to the not able to walk a few steps without gasping for air. Here I am. Not only I am living, but I am thriving. Not just surviving, but thriving. And I encourage you to turn hopelessness into hope. And this is the reason I create that signature program to allow individuals to follow the same transformation pathway that I've created for myself. Okay, that transformed my life. And this is what I want to be able to do for you.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for sharing your passion and your wisdom with us. We're going to end with his website, which is optimalhealthlongevity.com. The great Dr. Serge Francois. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.